2026 Subaru Crosstrek Hybrid versus Hyundai Kona 1.6T. Cortina's Revenge. A spiteful editor handed us an impossible mission. Still, we chose a winner. I can picture the editor who oversees our comparison tests, Miguel Cortina, sitting at his desk and rubbing his hands together with wicked delight. What can I do to toy with gold? He asks himself. I can't order him to count grains of sand in the Mojave Desert. I can't send him to mow the grass in Iowa. I know, I'll make him compare a Subaru Crosstrek and a Hyundai Kona. No, even better, Crosstrek Hybrid and Kona 1.6T. Mo-ho-ho-ho-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha! This is the moment where he pauses long enough to twirl the waxed tips of his mustache between his fingers. Why is this comparison so devilish? Because the Subaru Crosstrek and Hyundai Kona are two of the best subcompact crossovers on the market. Subaru narrowly lost to Hyundai in the 2024-25 small SUV big test, where we called the Crosstrek a fantastic all-rounder for road trip lovers. Meanwhile, the Kona impressed us and still does with its spacious modern interior, although it later lost a comparison test to the Volkswagen Taos. Spoiler alert, you can't really go wrong with either of these subcompact SUVs. Miguel, you diabolical devil, you. Crosstrek Hybrid, third time's the charm. What's new for 2026? The biggest news for Subaru is the addition of a hybrid powertrain. Or perhaps we should say another hybrid powertrain, since this is the third one to be installed under the Crosstrek's hood. This latest attempt uses a power split transmission similar to that found in many Toyota hybrid cars and crossovers, where the engine and two motor generators feed into a planetary gear set. In fact, the Crosstrek Hybrid uses some Toyota components. Toyota owns a stake in Subaru. Below the transmission, however, the drivetrain is pure Subaru. While some hybrid SUVs use an electric motor to drive the rear axle, the Crosstrek retains a fully mechanical all-wheel drive system. This slightly hurts fuel economy, but it ensures that the Crosstrek Hybrid can handle off-road conditions just as well as any traditionally powered Subaru. One of the things we've long admired about the Crosstrek is that it delivers on its promise of adventure, and we think this is a smart compromise by Subaru. For our test, we selected the top-tier limited model, optioned up to $38,410. Hyundai's turn, not to be overshadowed. Hyundai also has Kona news for 2026. The vehicle itself is unchanged, but Hyundai has, disappointingly, dropped the N-line models, simplifying the lineup to 4 trims: SE, SEL Sport, SEL Premium, and Limited. Otherwise, it's the same Kona we know and love. Of course, the Kona is not a hybrid. While hybrid versions exist in other markets, the US only gets internal combustion and fully electric options. Cortina naturally opted for the turbocharged engine. To match our fully loaded Crosstrek, the Kona seen here is also a limited model, and with the addition of a floor mat package, its sticker price comes to $35,990. I need an old soul and a young soul SUV. With something that could be mistaken for a gleam in his eye, Cortina thought a different route might cast new light on these vehicles. He encouraged me to use the old Palos Verdes loop instead of the Malibu loop that's closer to my home and MT staff's favorite pastrami spot. I'm sure the real reason for Cortina's suggestion is that Palos Verdes is about 40 miles from where I live in the San Fernando Valley. Roughly a 3-day journey in Los Angeles traffic. Very funny. To help me out, I enlisted article editor Christian Seabaugh, because why suffer alone? And we began with a detailed review of our two contenders. Our conclusions largely echoed those of the big test. We love the Kona's styling, which dares to be different, even if we wonder how well it will age. The Crosstrek, while not conservative, looks more traditional. Its basic design hasn't changed much since its debut in 2013, though the details in this latest version are sharper and more defined. The Crosstrek is a handsome vehicle and feels less tied to a specific era than the Kona. Timeless exterior hides a dated interior. That said, Seabaugh and I agreed that Subaru's conservative approach becomes a drawback inside the cabin. While material quality is comparable and excellent in both SUVs, everything in the Kona looks newer, sleeker, and better. We've repeatedly praised the Kona's column-mounted shifter, which frees up space for a large center console. Combined with shelf-like storage in front of the passenger and cleverly hidden cup holders, the Kona offers an impressive amount of usable space.